So just say your name and shit like that. Just like
Hannibal Sundarker, shit like that. My name is Hannibal, and I do a lot of synthesized and electronic music, which I both create, produce, and hopefully soon perform.
You look devastating in that jumpsuit tight and black. You look devastatingly pretty in that mask.
I got into listening to music at a very early age. My dad used to play me a lot of, a lot of kids grow up like listening to the Beatles and stuff like that, but my dad used to play Jean-Michel Jarre and Mike Oldfield and all the other classic synthesized bands when I was little growing up, and it's kind of weird that I'd be listening to that as opposed to like Rolling Stones.
I'm a pirate, give me your booty now tonight. I'm a telescope and oh, your ass is out of sight. I'm a fireman and there's a fire in your pants. I'm the perfect man, so come on, let's dance.
Around first grade, my mom made me play the recorder along with most everyone else in the class, and then third grade I ended up picking up the clarinet because a doctor said that playing a woodwind would help with my lungs because I had suffered from bronchitis from an early age. And I ended up playing the clarinet for about 7.5 years, and towards the end of that I started writing music just for myself. Mostly like sheet music and scores. I'd never really played around with computer stuff until around the end of 7th or 8th grade. I started putting together a bunch of synthesized stuff.
I'm a farmer, so let me give you a piece of squeeze. You're so hot that I'm running 103 degrees. You're a picnic, and my hands are ingredients. You're the perfect girl, so come on.
I like synthesized music because I can do everything I want to do without having to have anyone else in the creative process. I know that seems like a horrible thing, but synthesizing music allows me to have complete control over everything. And it's completely different than live music, where you would practice until you get it perfect. This one, it's tweaking until the sound is perfect.
I guess I'd mark it as a win for all the geeks like me who only dream of touching girls like you. You're so pretty, you're so thin. I guess I'd mark it as a win if you would only.
I mean, I run all sorts of stuff, and it's because there's basically like 3 ways you can synthesize music. One is trying to make your synthesizer sound like real music. So like I have a bunch of string samples and stuff like that I use that someone has recorded one by one up the scale, and then I take those notes and I squeeze them, mess around with them until this sounds like someone's actually playing strings. The second way is using synthesizers as their own kind of, using synthesizers to imitate other instruments without trying to sound like the instruments. For example, you play early computer games or stuff with MIDI, where it obviously didn't sound realistic, but it was trying to be that instrument in a way. It was trying to fulfill the role of that instrument in a band, but it wasn't realistic sounding at all. And then finally, and the most exciting way I find is to try and use synthesizers to make sounds that you could never have in real life. You can do all sorts of crazy stuff. For example, I love writing piano parts that are simply impossible. Too many hands, too many things going on fast enough, or these enormous like 32 note chords that you could only do with multiple pianos in a room, but then the sound would be too large. But with a synthesizer you can do all these sorts of things that could never happen in real life.
Kiss Jurassic Park, or how you used to dance and flirt.
My ultimate goal as a musician has probably been already reached. I mean, I would like to make money off this hobby of mine, but ultimately the music I write it because I like listening to it. I wanted to hear stuff more like, I don't know, I make music because it helps me express certain things that I couldn't do in other ways.
And now I yearn and burn and hurt when I see a hyper color shirt.